Yes, a very good evening, our dear viewers, and welcome back on Let's Talk Tourism. And of course, we are still into epic series of making sure that the young tourism practitioners are making sure that they understand the industry right away from wildlife. Let's come to technology. Let's go to the different hospitality management and this different areas. But at this point, we are looking now at the perception of technology within these young generations. How do they perceive technology? And of course, we know that tourism sector is undergoing one of its greatest transformation. That is, of course, in technology, including use of AIs, that is artificial intelligence. Then we move into using different booking management systems. Let's come now to code generation systems, for example, like Quest and GIS, that is from Uganda Wildlife Authority. And there are so much many tools, online tools that, of course, that tourism practitioners are engaging themselves. And therefore, it's not by surprise that this World Tourism Day that is going to be celebrated on 27th September 2026, we are having the theme that is digital agenda and artificial intelligence to redesign the tourism industry. That is the theme for this World Tourism Day, and that is not by mistake. It's because of the transformation of the sector. But before that, we want to thank so much Nyakeiruzu for having given us this opportunity to make sure that they have supported this program. And what they offer is quite a bit unique, and they have different experiences right off from the waterfall experiences. Let's come to part of the gardens, and let's come also to part of the wildlife species, including the great snakes, whatever. You need to come and explore this place within Imbarala city. And of course, you have everything at your comfort. Also, we have accommodation at this place. But before we start, let us introduce ourselves.
Thank you to our host. My name is Agaba Joy from my institute is Nyamitanga College of Business Studies.
Thank you so much, Mr. Morris, for hosting us. And we also thank Top Note TV for bringing in such programs so that our voices are also heard outside there. I am Nume Fiona, a student at Uganda Wildlife Research and Training College, pursuing a diploma in wildlife tourism management. Thank you.
Naigana Riyat from Bala Institute for Social Development, pursuing a certificate in tourism and hospitality management.
These are young tourism practitioners that are looking to make sure that they try to incorporate technology because of the era that we are moving in. Now, I come to Joy. Of course, we understand that tourism sector is a bit shifting, maybe on how we used to be getting the tourists. Let's come to preparing for them itinerary creations, and maybe if we reach to that to those particular areas. So now, my question now goes to artificial intelligence. Um, how do you think that artificial intelligence is changing how tourists plan trips? And as well, let's come to how do you think AI can improve itinerary creation, can improve, can also improve destination recommendations, and also can improve visitor experiences within the country.
Artificial intelligence is transforming tourism in this way, mostly in Uganda, in a case where that artificial intelligence will help in making the tour packages quickly and automatically, mostly because with artificial intelligence everything is noted down quickly. You don't have to think about it and all that. Artificial intelligence will help you in um, in choosing the perfect destination. It will help with the customer care, and that's how we bring out. He asked about the destinations, right?
Mhm.
How it can improve all that. So we have something we can use. There is chatterbots. I can say an example Siri, or there is Siri. I'll use an example of Siri.
Okay.
You can ask Siri any question and she answers. We'll do an example, but most of you have seen that. With your iPhone or probably you can ask Siri any kind of question and she's going to answer. She'll give you the exact answer. And in the same way, when you're making when you're trying to go to a tour, when you have a tour and you want to go to a tour, they can help you out. At some point, you're like, I want to go for a trip, but I'm not sure what will I do there. What exactly am I going to see? Where am I going? It can give you suggestions in that. It will give you suggestions on where to go. It will give you suggestions on how you're going to go. It will tell you exactly what to use. It will give you mostly. It can help you with the ideas on what to do, go to after reaching there and after. It will also help you to locate the many hotels that are around, also informing you about the accommodations that are there, right? And as long as AI is helping you with all that, it will it will be good because you won't be able to forget anything.
True.
It will
Yes.
help you to remember that I've budgeted for this, I will be doing this, we are going this day, we are going to use this kind of transport. It can even help you with booking, actually, right? It can also help you with that. And also when you're trying to do the paying and everything, it helps you to do the online paying. Because at some point when you're holding the money in your hands, you're like, it is enough, because it looks big when you're to see ziba zirabika kubeera nyingi, but it is not always enough. But with AI, it will help you to budget for that money, making the trip or the tour more smooth and more customized. Okay.
You see, if a tourist is searching that what is the best destination to travel to in Uganda, the tourist is searching, right? Then there are some destinations are going to come. What makes destination, for example, like Maction Falls, to appear faster than the rest of the other destinations, such that a tourist will immediately select Maction Falls. Oh, which tour company do I need to travel with while in Uganda? And then it will select some tour companies and it leaves the other tour companies. Why do you think that there is that particular algorithm within the optimization?
Okay. Thank you once again. For this case, when you're searching, when you go on the internet and you're asking the very same question you talked of, there's something we call search engine optimization.
You're
In
right.
short, SEO, right? And for the search engine optimization, for example, when, let's say I have a company, right? I need to tell people, like, I can't call it blogging, but in one way it is like advertising. So when you're to make a post or something, there's something you have to use, the search engine optimization. It is not only one, there are very many, they're in different categories. But in this case, you want it to improve your post and to help you so that when someone is searching, because not everyone is going to search for the exact name of your company.
Yes,
They will
yes,
just
yes.
search any kind of tourism companies around. Which one could be easier? The exact thing that helps you that your company will come out first. The search engine optimization, it helps you to make it more suitable, that it helps you add whatever is needed first for it to be visible. It helps you add whatever you might have been missing. It gives the key and brief points that you're missing. It helps you to add them there. It won't allow you to make a mistake, because when you're making a mistake, in one way or another, it tells you that this is wrong, you need to add this or you need to remove this. And in the process, in this case, it might not take long, because you will be having, it's like a helping hand, because you won't be doing it alone. You might not be knowing what exactly you're doing, but it will be giving you instructions at this point. It will tell you you need to do this. These words are very many. You're lacking pictures, you're lacking some links. It will be informing you that you need to put this. And once you add the right links, you add the right pictures, you put enough brief, detailed information, because you don't have to write an entire dialogue. You just have to make sure it is brief, detailed, and on point. Because most tourists don't like reading a lot, they get bored at the start. So you need to make sure that the introduction part of the post or whatever you're putting is intriguing, is attractive. Does it tell me what the post is about before I get there? Will I find there what I'm looking for before I get into the deeper details? So the search engine optimization, it hopes in a way that your company comes first, or that you're found first in those parts that I'm looking for. If I'm looking for a company to go with quickly, yours will come out first if you are able to use the search engine optimization very well, because you might still use it and ignore the other parts. It comes, there's green, no green is go right, and then the orange, it's the maybe the okay part. But when it is in red, then you've done nothing. But some of us get tired and lazy at some point. When it clocks to orange, you're like, this is enough. And the enough is not always better. You need to get it to a point where it is green, where it tells you it is now set to go.
Okay. Then now this takes us to a point of online booking systems. Okay, online reservations have become global standards. So now the question is, how can digital booking platforms improve efficiency of tour operators and customer satisfaction?
Well, for the online booking, at some point I can call it kind of complicated, but not complicated when you get to understand it. In this case, you're not here, but you want to book you want to go to a trip, okay, in Miami, right? You won't come from Uganda and you go straight to Miami just to book. With online booking, you will have to do it from here, while you're seated in your comfortability at home or at work. You can be able to book and ask questions as you check it out. You check the website and find out they have this. This is their email. These are the prices. This is what they offer, the transport and everything. As you book the tickets, it helps you to get the tickets. Not only the tickets, you'll be able to see what the accommodations they will provide without traveling to go there, but doing it all from one place, which saves time and also saves money. So with the online booking, it would be helping to the companies at some point when it is made easier. I don't know how to elaborate them more, but as long as you give it time and you know this is exactly what I'm looking for, you go to the right platforms where you'll be able to book, to also check an email knowing that this email takes me to this place. This is their company, this is their hotel. You'll be able to book to make a reservation.
Right.
They will make a reservation for you. You don't have to make very many calls, because you'll be seeing the details on point. Everything is there, saving the time and also saving the money, making work much easier for the tour companies in one way.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much. These are the things that guys who are in tourism, we need to put at a standard. So what she has told us is that we need to improve our search engine optimization. Okay. So for the tour operators, that is what you have to do. Improve your search engine optimizations. And for hotels, it's still the same thing. Improve your online booking systems. For example, are you at booking.com? Are you using maybe any other system? So that with the power of SEO and with the power of digital marketing, you are able, of course, to come on.
So today marks an important milestone in the tourism industry.
I am with Samuel Samson, Sarabsan Kalido Sayma Goody, Yabol Kanta, Natukraka Fudusira Fudugiraba, Rakta, Master Sector, Factor. Dad of the 21st century, Atetawanyuka Ichuram. Open packs. Fantastic.
Open pack days.
Open pack days.
Open pack days.
Open pack days.
Open pack.
Open pack.
These next few days, Mugenda Balabanga, they're going through Murchison Falls, Lake Mburo National Park, and a couple of others, even Queen Elizabeth actually.
Yonna gy'oli beera ku UBC, yonna gy'oli beera ku social media zaffe, ogenda bw'otulaba nga tukulaga how beautiful Uganda is, because it is very beautiful. Era tugenda kulaga by'otamanyi gwasigala e Kampala n'ovimba.
So I want to wish the influencers a nice time as they move across the country.
So now we have been missing this vibe from the Gen Zs, from the young people, and here you are. We know that you can influence, you have a lot of following on Twitter, on Instagram, on all those social medias. So we are giving you this opportunity to go into the national parks. So go, see, capture, and then tell. This is the Uganda Wildlife Authority flag. As you go to the parks, please wave it. As you move around, wave it. and promote your country.
And what an honor to hand over the flag of Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, to Waiki, who is our champion. Waiki Benda will be championing this cause of leading Gen Zs across the national parks. Thank you for taking that distinct honor. And congratulations. So thank you very much. We look forward to the content.
We understand that students today study what we call GIS and digital mapping, okay? And how can geographical information system or systems support destinational planning, conservation, and of course, continue to engage what we call sustainable tourism?
Thank you so much, Mr. Morris. So GIS, on how it would help a student in the tourism industry. Today, we have GIS apps these days, and like, for example, for me, when you study at Uganda Life Research and Training College, at least you won't leave the college without having a GPS as an app in your phone, and of which a GPS is one of the GIS tools that are used in the field. So now let me take, for example, we have gone to the field, maybe for birding in the morning, or maybe an evening nature walk. When you have this GPS on your phone, it is going to help you that whenever you encounter a bird, of course, you're already tracking your movement with the GPS app already. So now, if you reach a point, then maybe let me say you've come across the dark-capped bulbul, you'll at least mark and you know that at this point we met a dark-capped bulbul. Then maybe when you again reach at some point, then maybe you meet, let me say, a waterback. You're going to reach and then you're going to mark it on the GPS, showing that this is where I did what? I met the waterback. So that in future, if maybe someone comes or maybe a client comes and then they need to see the things, if you find it so hard to locate them, you can go back to this GPS Essential app and then you can check out and see, and then you remember like, okay, we got it in such and such an area. Then you can go back there and then maybe try to look around. You never know, you again find them again. Then also, GIS helps us in the game parks. For example, let me say in Queen Elizabeth National Park, of course, we have the GIS club at school, and then you find that in most cases, there are animals that are so hard to track down. But then when you get some components, like let me say the cameras, you take them to the game park, then you know this is where this animal is always sometimes. But then you can't watch them. For example, the shy animals, you can put the cameras, then they can do what? Keep recording. Then now after that, you can use the recording to play and see what are really the behaviors of these animals.
Okay.
Other than waiting to watch them directly, other than waiting to see how they behave. Now let me say, like, for example, of recent we have had a documentary about the chimp empire, the one that came out of recent on Netflix in April. To get these real behaviors of these animals, to get to know the real behaviors of these chimpanzees, it won't take you a day, because today you might find the chimpanzees in a group, but then they are in their normal setting, they are not harsh, they are not fighting. But then tomorrow, they are going to fight over something, or maybe fight to take over families. So now you find that when you have these recordings, it is easy to come up with a documentary, because you won't just go into the wild one day, then you're going to watch them fight, you're going to watch them feed. You understand? So, and then another thing is, recent, I am happy that even Uganda Life Authority has started using this GIS components. For example, we have lions that you're going to find in the game park, and then they have these tracking devices on their necks. Yeah. So it is easy to know that this animal has gone to such a place because of what? Because of GIS. So, and then also, GIS is really helping in the tourism industry, in that, let me take, for example, this conflict between the human and then wildlife. Those people who are living and bordering wildlife gazetted places. If we have, let me say, these lions having these trackers on their necks. If it crosses the boundary, it is easier to detect and know that this lion crossed the boundary. And then you get to do what? You get to bring it back.
And Nwajira Upton is my name, a research officer at Uganda Wildlife Research and Training College in Kasese. We are calling you for a short course in GIS and remote sensing, where we'll be looking at introduction to GIS and remote sensing, field data collection using GPS and drones, advanced spatial analysis, vegetation health analysis, fire monitoring, land use and land cover mapping. These skills, which we have looked at, are going to help you in spatial decision making and environmental management. We therefore call upon you to come. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. We had a lot of points regarding to GIS and basically global mapping. And now, if these are the different tools that we need to have the capacity, we as young people, because let me tell you, under wildlife management, you will not fail to meet GIS as someone who would want maybe to be working with some different organizations, for example, Uganda Wildlife Authority. So that is the tool that you need to be doing it from. Now, Fiona, let's come now to vision for the future. Of course, we understand technology is the way to go, right? So, as we are coming ahead of World Tourism Day, those are celebrations that are going to take place on 27th of September. Now, we are on two technology, embracing tech, okay? And of course, we are looking how to integrate artificial intelligence to make sure that we have tourism digital agendas, such that we have all the things related with technology, including from service line up to the customer satisfaction, okay? So, what message do you share to the audience regarding that?
Thank you, Mr. Morris. Regarding to the technology, the transformation that is coming into the industry today, my message to the audience out there is that let us not fear technology, because the future of tourism today belongs to people who are combining creativity and technology to build tourism. I tell you today that most of the tourism sectors that are being boosted are boosted online. That is technology, use of AI, content creation. Of course, we use those platforms, the TikTok that is viral these days in the younger growing tour operators. So you find that in most cases, if you're not embracing these technology platforms, then really you're kind of lagging back behind. And then trust me, your products are not going to be boosted up there. People are not going to see what you have, and yet they have to see the things. Some people have beautiful sites. Let's maybe talk about the local tourism things that we have in the country today. Let me talk about the people that make these craft materials in these gazetted places. Let me say, for example, in Windy. So someone, if someone hasn't seen the things online, it is hard for them to get to do what? To get to know these products, for you to get to sell them very well. But then if they see the things online, people are going to look for you. People are going to come and then do what? And then buy your things. You find that you're growing. Same applies to these gazetted places. I am so happy that Uganda Life Authority at the moment has a platform. At least we have the UA TV that at least brings out whatever happens in the wild. It gives us updates on what is happening in the country. You understand? So that is technology, because they embraced it, they are now using it, and I believe that it is helping them. So people should really embrace this. Most of students who are still doing tourism in schools, please embrace this technology before you come out. We are doing our internship with Canine Safaris, and then they happen to have this Quest platform. You understand that when you get to make a tour package manually, the manual way we have been doing it, going for the Excel sheet thing, and then getting the total of the package itself, getting to get bookings with hotels, getting to know destinations, and then fixing them in there, how long, that's stress. But then when you use the Quest platform, it is easier for you. You're going to go onto the platform, you'll see things adding up. You don't have to again go and look for calculations on Excel sheets, because you're going to enter the information. Transportation is already calculated for you. For as long as you enter what you want, you'll get the right full calculations. So these platforms are really doing a greater job, because for me right now, you can't tell me to make a package manually, the manual way we have been doing it. When I have gotten to learn how to use the Quest platform, of course you're going to tell me I want to go in such and such a place, I'm going to use Quest, because you won't force me to use what is hard. Because Quest I'm going to use like roughly 15 minutes, and the package is done, it is looking good, it is looking clean, and I'm going to forward it to the client, and they like it. And now with the competition that has come right now, trust me, attraction still remains in the tourism industry today. You're not going to make a poor video of a place, then someone makes a clearer video of the place, then you expect someone to follow yours that is not clear and leave the one that is what?
You're right.
That is clear.
That's clear.
So let us learn how to use the things. That artificial intelligence has come. How are you using it? Let it help you create and develop something that is good. So I thank the tourism board members for bringing in this 2026 agenda that we are going to have. We are expectant and we want to learn a lot from them. Let us embrace the things and then take our tourism industry higher. Let us go to that competitive level globally, because things, as people develop, you want to remain in your physical offices. You're not going to remain on brochures. You're not going to remain on newspapers. You're not going to remain on, you understand, the local things that we have been doing. And yet people are now using, people have digitalized everything, that everything is going digital. Let us learn to go with the flow. Let us not lag back behind if we want our Ugandan tourism sector to grow.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. I don't have to repeat all these things, all these words, but you have listened to what she's saying, and basically back to us with the young people. That is what we need to embrace. That is what we need to adopt, because we cannot let the sector whereby we don't have physical interactions with these clients who are just outside, who are just abroad, who are just up the other side in the diaspora. And we say that we are going to win them up without not setting what has to be set as far as digitalization is concerned. So now we are closing this. So what is your last say, maybe?
I'd really love the hotel sector to embrace Quest and make sure that at least your hotel is registered onto the Quest platform. Registration is free of charge, because I really like this, that a tour company or tour operator is going to use Quest platform to make a tour package for Bwindi, or is going to make a tour package for Lake Mburo near us here in Mbarara. At least when they reach to that part of accommodation, let them find your hotel there. Now, like for example, of recent we have been bringing in Oxford Inn Hotel Mbarara. We are already putting it on the platform, on the Quest platform. It helps it in that at least when the bookings are being made, you're also visible, you're also seen. Now I know for sure right now that Oxford Hotel is going to be seen on the Quest platform, so that the tour operator doesn't have to again go back and start thinking, how do I get a hotel in Mbarara? Which hotel am I going to sleep at? But at least when they find it on the Quest platform, of course, the email address is already there, the photos are already there. They get to know, they get to understand and know the kind of place they are coming to. So please, if you're out there and then you have a hotel, embrace this Quest platform. Let them add you onto the platform so that everything is made easier for us. As you make the work for the tour operators easy, we are also making you visible out there. We are making you visible to the world. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. And of course, like she said, Oxford Inn Hotel in Mbarara, they have nice services, of course. Let's come to accommodation. The rooms are so spacious, and the accessibility is just within the urban center. And let's come to the meals, so clean, nice, and basically all the prices are a bit affordable. So once in Mbarara, please don't forget to tap on Oxford Inn Hotel in Mbarara for your best stay within our own Ankole city. Yeah, I come now to Naiga, who is also coming from Misid, Mbarara. Naiga, we have seen that social media is a bit so rampant now, and it is going viral, and it is so common. For example, we have like X, we have like TikTok, we have Instagram, we have Snapchats, we have LinkedIn, we have YouTube, and so many others. And they are really coming out to make sure that they help. Okay, they help in destination marketing. They help in increasing tourism products for the country as Uganda. So, what digital tourism strategies do you think that these businesses need to explode or need to use?
Digital marketing is the use of the internet and digital technologies to promote packages and destinations. As you see, the industry by now is technology driven, and some of the strategies people or tour companies can use. First of all, we have creating quality content, whereby these tour companies should capture good quality photos and videos to post on their accounts. For example, TikTok account, like X and Facebook, so as to attract more people, because somebody cannot be attracted by a photo which is faded. Somebody from other countries cannot be attracted by that photo, and that could lead to loss of
clients.
Mm.
And the second point I could give, we have using the search engine optimization,
Mm.
whereby these companies should optimize their websites.
Mm.
For example, should optimize their websites so as to appear first when somebody searches. For example, when somebody from America searches canine safaris, when the website isn't optimized, he or she won't be able to get canine safaris so fast. Like, canine safaris would appear first among the safari companies which he or she searches.
Yes, yes.
And the third point, using of online advertisements.
Yes, paid ads.
Yes.
Mm.
For example, on YouTube, paying ads on YouTube.
Yes.
Yes. Paying ads on YouTube, Facebook, which other, and I think TikTok.
Mm.
So as when somebody is watching, for example, I have downloaded my movie, I'm watching a movie, but YouTube will bring that ad, and then I will be able to know more, to know more about the company.
Okay. Okay. Then let us also come to the point of ads. So for the point of ads is that tourism is basing on what we call season. It is a seasonality business. Okay.
Yes.
And on how you're supposed to select the ads, on how you're supposed to pay the ads. Ensure that if it's a low season and by the time we're approaching a high season, then you chip in your ads, okay? Such that you have what we call organic searching, such that someone can easily find you. Not just pay ads anyhowly, but that is what you have maybe to be doing within those times of low seasons or the times of high season as it's trying also to come to the end. Then let's come now to the skills. What skills do you think that maybe for someone is about before someone enters the tourism industry? What are those tech-driven skills do you think he or she can be able to be having?
First of all, as you see by now, the tourism industry is all about technology. It's technology driven.
Yes.
And one of the skills I could recommend somebody to have, first of all, computer skills. Computer skills, like one should be able to use a computer. I think one should be able to use a computer. For example, now this system of Quest. Somebody who doesn't have computer skills won't be able to use it.
True.
So to ease the work, somebody should be knowing, and you can't be able to use this social media when you don't know, when you don't have computer skills. And the second skill I would recommend is communication skills. So as somebody should be confident, should have good communication skills, should have good listening skills to talk to clients.
Okay.
For example, in fields, you have two people. For example, tour guides, you have two people for touring. For example, in Action, you can't be able to speak if you don't have good communication skills. Then the third skill I could recommend, I think, content creation skills. You see, this content creation helps us to good content skills help us to advertise the company. For example, one should be able to
make good content which is okay, not so funny, but attractive. So that if one watches it, for example, I'm on TikTok scrolling, if I see good content, I can stop and first listen. That means it has caught my attention, and by the end of the video, I may book or call the company.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much, Anaiga. And this comes now back to us. Sincerely telling, we guys who in the tourism industry, there's the way how we want to take things so lightly. And we forget, and maybe we keep paying a lot of money to these people who are into marketing, of course. For example, we have SMC, Safari Marketing Company. We pay a lot of money to such kind of that guy, and instead of hiring a professional into your office, let that person be having those particular skills. We have young people coming on board. They know how to use these online tools. For example, we have Quest, we have Booking.com, we have the Amidis, we have different online tools that these young people know how to use. We have digital marketing. They know how to use, for example, like social media management. They know what to post. They know when is the right time. You need to embrace graphics design. You need to embrace a lot of technology and the use of AI. Let's come now to virtual realities. You need to be having such a kind of tech-based sessions or programs within your companies, also, or maybe some of your friends that have such a kind of things well organized. So, of course, now we need to understand that tourism with technology, these things are like brothers and sisters. Technology is no longer an option, but we understand that it is something that is moving with the sector. So what does this mean? This means that in whatever line that you're doing, ensure to have tech-based tools within your office, such that you are driving a lot of traffic that is coming back to your company. And let it be maybe, for example, we need to embrace AI, we need to embrace content creation, we need to embrace different innovations, graphics design, we need to embrace a lot of things, okay? So as Uganda is moving ahead to World Tourism Day celebrations, the question that should be in your mind is that what technological skill do you have that is going to contribute to the tourism sector? In the comment section as to what you think or what is your skill that you have that is going to contribute towards the sector. And so much our appreciation goes to Nyakeiru Center and Zoo to make sure that it supports this program, and this is part of what they have to be doing. And we tell you that you're not supposed maybe to leave this place. And we also want to thank Canine Safaris Limited for such kind of an opportunity, different programs and innovations that they always bring on board to make sure that the sector within the country is moving further and furthest. And of course, let's not forget Top Notch TV behind the cameras. You guys will really appreciate you so much, and for the efforts and always. And of course, to the young tourism practitioners, thank you so much for this type of knowledge that you're trying to express and show to the public, that you need always maybe be making more research. And back to our viewers, it's so much pleasure that you always with us, always share with us what could be your next topic that you want us to tackle as far as young people or young tourism practitioners that they need to be having, they need to be knowing, such that the industry is moving further. Because if we train the young generation, it means where we are going is going to be much better. So I remain Kapimpina Morris. This has been Let's Talk Tourism, and we have been talking about technology in being integrated into the tourism sector. Otherwise, bye-bye.